So what does your portfolio look like today?
Today,
How has it
I
changed?
mean,
over
it's a
the last year?
combination of everything. You know, we got hotels, we're running half a dozen hotels. Some are in contract, one's in contract or sold, maybe two, I don't know. I'm always trying to sell stuff after I've reached its max potential. You know, and it's a good investment for somebody else. But I don't want to sit around running a hotel for the rest of my life. I'd rather just sell it, take the profits, maybe go find something and add value to that. I'm trying to tone down the operation part too. The money's in the flip.
Yeah.
It used to be, you know, when rates were low, the money was in buying something, fixing it, refinancing it, get your money back, and then sit on cash flow. But because rates are so high right now, that game doesn't really play as well.
Yeah. How's it changed over the last year?
Interest rates control everything. You know, cash flow's down because interest rates are up. Everything's up. Insurance is up. Labor is up. Materials are back up now. It seems like, I don't know. It's very expensive to run property. You got to be very careful and do your homework now and make sure you allocate proper amounts for the expenses.
If the rates stayed high and the loans came due and there was a bit of a correction or even like a crash, how would that affect you?
Listen, they're going to try to start selling off these loans. And well, they can't sell a loan that doesn't exist anymore. That's going to be the problem. Once the time is up on the loan, they can't sell it. They got nothing to sell. Either the guy's got to fucking pay him back, they're going to just extend the old loan, but then they don't get rid of it, or they're going to have to sell that property. See, the problem is a lot of people in commercial real estate is not one single guy like me. A lot of them are partnerships. A lot of them are a combination of a lot of people. And the only way to cure this problem right now is to buy down your debt. But nobody likes to make capital investments or whatever they call it, infusion of capital into a property to buy down debt. Because normally, you know, it's a combination of a lot of people. That means everybody's got to throw money into a deal. They don't want to do that. Some of them just fucking walk. I've seen it happen a million times. Me, I'll buy down the debt before the bank tells me, you know, but the bank's never going to tell me they never loan me money because I got money, you know. And when you have money and you have investments, you got lines of credit. So they'll loan me all the money I want, you know. It's just, where does it get to the point where you say, what's the point of holding this property if you're not cash flowing?
Why not just pay down the debt? Have, you know, $100 million worth of really great
because
real
if I pay
estate.
down the debt, then I have more income, correct? Correct?
What do you mean you'll
If
have
I
more,
pay down my debt,
Yes.
I will have more cash flow and more income, right?
Correct.
Luckily, even though I live in Florida, I'm going to pay 37%, and I don't have much to depreciate because I 1031 to these properties, and you also lose depreciation is based on basis, not on what you paid. So if I buy something for $10 million, I only get to divide it by, what's that number?
27
and a half?
37, yeah.
27 for residential.
30
commercial is like
something.
37 and a half.
Yeah.
I can't get that full depreciation anymore. So I'll be paying, if I don't pay the bank, let's say I save $1 million a year, right? Not paying the bank, so I got in my pocket another $1 million a year. I don't have that write-off anymore, okay, because I'm not paying the interest. So I'm going to have to pay 37% to the government.
But your life would be simple.
I'd rather keep the money I got, put it in tax-free muni bonds at 5+% in some cases if you go into a fund.
Sure.
Okay, and that's simple life. That's the end game that I'm trying to really prepare right now. I'm trying to sell off assets that we don't need, let my kids keep growing, okay, and just let me just f***ing retire with enough muni bonds that give me tax-free income. And then when I die, she'll have the tax-free income for the muni bonds. She ain't got to worry about not having any tax problems whatsoever, ever.
Why not just do tax-free muni bonds? Like, if that's making 5%.
I mean, if I sell my
No
portfolio
tax.
right now, I'll probably have to pay the IRS $50 million.
I know, but the tax-free muni bonds at 5-something%, you don't have to worry about depreciation. You don't have to worry about tenants. A single thing.
About,
No?
I have a lot of tax-free muni bonds, and I'm trying to grow them, so that'll be my retirement. But I still got to clean up the mess I made in real estate. I got 25 different projects, all around. Some we're still working on. Some we're stabilizing. Some are stabilized. Some are waiting to be stabilized. Some are in construction. Some are whatever. Some are just being operating on an office full of people keeping track of all the rents and all the escalations in the rents and whatever needs there are to the properties. You got a major management company. We just bought another hotel. We just put we put a new flag on it when we bought it, and we got to rehab that place. There's always a lot of going on. Luckily, my kids handle most of it, my managers. And I just, worry about buying, selling and keep an eye on everything that's going on, you know?
It doesn't even seem like
That's my life. Everybody's got a life. My life is managing 25 different assets and trying to prepare for retirement and figure out a trust.
it seems like you're pretty happy though with the problems. We were talking before this, and you're kind of like lamenting a lot of the problems that you have to deal with on a daily basis. We were just on your boat, and you were talking about like the different scratches on the glass that you have, and this needs to go get painted, and this Silver Surfer
That's
guy.
life. That's my life, you know.
Right, but of
fixing
course,
shit.
you don't need to necessarily be doing that now. But
Who
I
else
think that
is
you
gonna
also
do it?
enjoy it because you're also buying hotels. You say
No,
you
I don't
wanna
like people
escape.
charging my money because if they're not, if I don't know that that person, you know, knows how, you know, I'm the one trying to fix the boat up and sell it, not them. They're just there to accomplish doing what I want done. Somebody has to orchestrate everything: real estate, a YouTube channel, fixing up a boat. Somebody's got to orchestrate this shit when there's money involved, and I'm the orchestrator. Beethoven. You heard of Beethoven? Beethoven. There you go.
But it seems like you enjoy these problems though. Like it gives you something to work on, and you enjoy.
No, I like having
saving
no
the
problems.
money.
I'd love to wake up one fucking day and say, you know what? I ain't got shit to worry about.
But you could do that.
Oh,
though.
I love it. I can't wait. And I'm getting fucking old, and I want that day to come soon. So I'm trying to fix all this shit and get it to where I can just stop worrying about shit.
How much money would you need to not have to worry about anything? Is it a dollar amount or is it income?
To be comfortable and not worry about shit, $500,000 a month.
So 6 million.
You know, if I
a
keep
year.
that big house in the sand, and property taxes are killing me there. Oh, my God.
How much
they're
are
killing
property
me.
taxes?
$250,000.
$250,000? What percentage is that?
2%.
Oh yeah, Florida 2%.
No state tax. So you pay in the
Yeah.
ass for property taxes.
Vegas is 0.8, and no state tax.
And you have no
but
state tax.
Right.
I'm moving to fucking Vegas. Problem with
Move to
Vegas is you got
Vegas.
no water. How the fuck can you live somewhere
Lake
with no
Las
water?
Vegas, it's on the water.
We have an
Like Las
aqueduct,
Vegas.
I think.
It's not like this.
No,
I
it's
can't
not
get
like
in my
this.
boat and go in 2 hours be in the Bahamas.
No.
I can't do that in Vegas. I can only do that in a RV.
Right. Because I feel like with a 100 million, be able to
100
buy
million.
a great
100
shopping
million
center.
will get you $5 million a year,
Right.
tax free.
Right.
That's what you need. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I can retire tomorrow, but I got to clean up the mess I got.
Yeah.
I got a mess I got to clean up.
But if you
a good
believe,
mess.
yeah, but if you believe the market's going to be going down for commercial real
I
estate,
believe there's going to be major opportunities coming. My kids are just bidding on an auction
don't you
online.
worry, though,
They're
that if
bidding an
you're-
auction on 217 apartments that went foreclosure.
don't you worry though with your current holding that if you wait too long, the market could correct before you're able to sell?
You're absolutely right, and that's why I'm trying to sell them. And if I get an offer, of course, I'm going to work a deal.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's etched in stone. I got to look at what I'm selling for. If I can't 1031, what's my tax bill going to be? And then come up with that price and see, can I swallow it or not? How much will I get after I pay the loan off? How much do I walk away with? How much is that going to get me if I put in tax-free muni bonds? This is what I have to think about before accepting an offer on a property.
And then what about the residential real estate? Like you just mentioned, apartment buildings. Are those getting hit the same way? Because I feel like rents for apartments are still pretty
Apartments
high.
are holding strong because
Yeah.
nobody's buying houses. So that's keeping rent strong. Why nobody buying houses? We don't know, because of the interest rate. You know, the same guy was buying a $500,000 house can only afford and qualify for a $250,000 now because the interest rates are double.
Right.
And there's no 250 houses.